Hi guys, so today we're in Kiltegan and this is St. Peter's Church, and we have a beautiful old graveyard and we have a mausoleum and a crypt as well. So come on in and we'll take a walk. So as you can see, we are surrounded once again by beautiful countryside, and there's St. Peter's Church and it's Church of Ireland. And even though there is a bit of a breeze blowing, we're blessed with a beautiful day. So I think we'll start having a look at some headstones. And as you can see, there's a lot of them. So we'll pick out a few. This is 1854 just here. It's Nicholas Wilson. And he was... that looks like aged 9 years. So to me it looks like Nicholas was only 9 when he passed. And as I said, there is a mausoleum here, and it's like a crypt. But I'll show you that in a few moments. This is the 1900s, and in loving memory of my dear husband. It looks like Thomas, also Mary. Jackson is the surname. But you can see once again those lead lettering. Another beautiful one here. This is Jackson as well. We have the dove there. Beautiful. This is another beautiful one. We have the dove there. Jackson is the name. Looks like 1916. There's also a Margaret Jackson. She was only 26 when she died. Another dove on this one. (1920). That's William, and his wife is there as well. This is William Driver here, and also his beloved wife Charlotte, 1895, aged 91. So all the headstones here seem to be similar in style. George Hawkins. He died 1885. And there's a Robert there as well, aged 45, and there's a wife there. 1888, maybe age 72, but it's quite hard to read the names. Now we've lovely marble ones just here. Memory of Mark is a dowser, but unfortunately I think it's actually 1957, aged, that's very hard to make out. I think it's 77. And Maria Francis. This one looks like marble as well, but it's kind of maybe marble on the outside, but underneath it's like a limestone, and the writing is, just can't read that unfortunately. We have another one here and it's the same, just can't read the writing. Those marble ones don't seem to hold up very well. We've 3 gorgeous ones here all together. Charles James Langrel, who passed away the 4th of December 1915, aged just 16, and his brother is there. He died in New Zealand 1954, and that's a beautiful headstone, really nice. And beside Charles and Thomas we have William Joseph Langrel. He died in 1919, aged 62. His wife Anna is there as well. She died in 1924, she was 56. Those ones are really, really gorgeous. And this says, in loving memory of William Joseph Langrel, who was called home 1966. Also his dear wife Edith Margaret, and she died in 2003. With fresh flowers. So this is the Langrel family plot. So we'll keep going another bit before I bring you to show you this mausoleum. And unfortunately that's quite hard to believe. I do see in 1902 there, possibly William, but very hard to read. We've George Jackson here, 1977, and his wife Annie, 1979, and their son Richard, 2015. He was 84 when he passed. We've a gorgeous little stone here and it says "Never Forgotten" on it. So this plot has 2 headstones and it's all Jackson. So this is the Jackson family plot. "Thy will be done" wrote on this one. Let's see if we can get a little bit nearer. John Jackson. He was 84 when he died in 1935. His wife is there as well, Margaret Elizabeth Jackson. She was only 47. She died in 1907. Also their children Thomas and Thomas Joseph, who died young. As hard as these are to read, I absolutely love these headstones. This one has designs on the side of it even. And it was erected by Sarah Wilson, in loving remembrance of her dear husband William Wilson. He died in 1920, he was 74. And it says, "Who fell asleep in Jesus, thy will be done." And then Sarah herself passed in 1927, aged 73. We have another gorgeous headstone here, and you can see the lichen all over it, so that makes it very hard to read, but I do think it's Wilson, possibly John, 1913 wrote there, and it looks like he was 55 when he died. So we'll do a few more and then I'll bring you over to see the mausoleum. So look at this one. This one is absolutely beautiful. It's the anchor, roses, and it goes all the way up around. Absolutely beautiful. In loving memory of Elsa Betha Griffin, widow of the late Walton Griffin, Esquire, called home the 23rd of March 1903, aged 73. Quite a beautiful headstone there, but I think what I'll do is there's a little railed one there and another one here. We've a new grave just up there, so obviously it's a graveyard and people are still being buried here, so it's still in use today. We've some beautiful headstones along here as well. But I just want to have a look at this railed one, because just in the background you're getting a glimpse there of a mausoleum. In memoriam, this looks like it's all in Latin. So unfortunately I won't be able to read that. And just in the background there we have this beautiful church, St. Peter's Church. We've the newer graves here mixed with the old, but look at that. That itself is like a small church, and I'm going to do my best to go down the steps and bring you along with me to have a look inside. But as I said, this mausoleum is for the Hume family, and you can see these gorgeous rails around it, around the entrance, and then it goes down into the steps. The door there is bolted, but if I can find a way down there I'll certainly do my best. It's almost like Gothic style, but what we'll do is just have a quick walk around the side. And to me it looks like that those were stained glass windows, and I'm just going to give you an idea of the size of it. And even my camera can't, there you are now, pick it up. So as I said, to me it looks like a church. And then we've the back stained glass window there as well. Air vent at the top, and that beautiful roof. So let's go and have a look, see if we can get in, or at least down to the main gate. That's the back of St. Peter's here. Right guys, so this is the Hume mausoleum, and I managed to get in, and we'll go down the steps here. Now the door here is locked, but hopefully I'll be able to show you the inside. You can see there at the back stained glass window. And they're actually like niches, I suppose. It's not a great picture, but it's going to be the best we can do. If I zoom in maybe. So I'm not sure you can make them out, but you can see the area there and there. And we have a few open niches there as well. And I'm basically looking through a very small hole in the door, and I have it on high zoom. So we have something there as well. It's quite hard to make out. And there's obviously something wrote there as well, but we just won't be able to read that. And there's a better view now. So you can see quite a few niches. And very American looking. And as I said, it's for the Hume family. So amazing that we can have a look in today. And you can see that it looks to me anyway that some of these coffins or these niches have been leaking, and you can see that on the areas where the coffins would be. So not a great view, but it's best I can do. These are actually quite unique for Ireland. It's obviously the Hume family were quite a wealthy family. And unfortunately my torch does absolutely nothing in there. You can see some names, and there's that. The markings on the niches themselves, it looks like they have been leaking over the years, I suppose, and it's natural. So I think that's the best we're going to get. So as we come to this side of the mausoleum, you notice this large mound, and I'm just wondering, was it a crypt as well? I think it was. There is the stonework and the arch, so the entrance would possibly have been there as it goes, and it's huge. It goes right around and it's built up the whole way around. You might be able to see that there now, but yeah, it's definitely a crypt. Look at that. And as I said, it's huge. There's the back of beautiful St. Peter's Church, and St. Peter's is closed. They seemingly only open ever of a Sunday for Mass, and then it's closed. Look at the size of that. You can see it there against the mausoleum. So quite huge. So I wonder, would that be anything to be, would that have anything to do with the Hume family as well, as their mausoleum is right there. So very interesting. We've tombs here that are kind of all broken. This is erected by George White, in memory of his wife Eliza, 1856 there. She was 74, and George there as well, 1868, aged 86, Elizabeth White died the 1st of April 1934, aged 70. Also her husband Matthew White died 5th December 1952, aged 92, and her daughter Sarah Alice, who died the 13th of June 1897, and she was just 4.5. Rock of Ages, cleft for me. So their little girl, Sarah Alice White, was only 4.5 when she died. This is Sarah White. So obviously this is the White plot. Erected by Sarah White in memory of her beloved husband John White. He was 83 when he died in 1905. Their sons John White, he was only 24 when he died in 1882, it looks like. Joseph White, he was only 26 when he died in 1890. Thomas White, 1905, aged just 37. And the above Sarah then herself, she was 84 when she died in 1916. So very sad to read all those young names. So we're back around now to the left of the church, and it's absolutely stunning. And if we walk along, we see a few more headstones before we have to leave. And this is actually around the Wicklow area again, quite near to where we were in Baltinglass at that beautiful abbey. This is the surname Twiss, Francis Twiss, or is it? Yeah, Twiss, I would imagine, who passed to his rest in 1930, also in affectionate remembrance of his son-in-law, Herbert R. White, Lieutenant, 2nd, is it battalion? It's BM, if anyone can clear that up. The Essex Regiment, killed in action the 1st of July 1916, in dearest memory of Annie Mary Twiss, widow of the above, who was called home the 2nd of August 1933, and their youngest daughter Violet M. Blake Twiss, M.A., born the 22nd of August 1900 and died the 29th of September 1988. And if Tom is watching, he'll be able to give us some information on that. I think it's the 2nd Battalion, the Essex Regiment. But Tom is always great for the information. And this is Twiss as well, and it's erected by Francis W. Twiss in memory of his beloved mother Margaret. She died in 1882. She was 63. Also his aunt Jane Cooper. She died in 1891, aged 83, and his granddaughter Valerie, wife of Dr. A.B. Harrington, C.B., died the 23rd of March 1996, aged 84. And those are marble headstones. (1872) on this, and it says this stone was erected in loving memory of Samuel Cook, and he died the 27th of April 1872, and it looks like he was 73, by his affectionate children. And that looks like a marker there, and that brings us back around to where we started. But I love these headstones, the colouring of them. We've a newish one there, William Alcock, who passed away October 1937. He was 82 years old. His wife Elizabeth Jane, 1971, aged 99. And her sons George died October 1927. Thomas died November 1970. Richard, brother of the above William, died January 1947, and also their daughter Elizabeth Ann Jordan died in Jersey, July 1996. So as I said, unfortunately St. Peter's is closed today, and that you find that a lot with Church of Ireland, that they are only open for a short time on Sundays. This is 1864 George Wilson, and also 2 of his children, Francis and Edward, who died young. So unfortunately that is something that we read a lot. Erected by John Wilson in memory of his beloved parents, George, 1836, aged 90, Jane, April 1825, aged 81. Also 3 children of the above John Wilson died young, and also the above John then himself, he was 77 when he died, and it looks like 1853 possibly. And there's some other names there. There's a Mary Wilson, 1872, aged 78, and there's an Edward, he was 79. And then there is, I think it's his wife, 1922. So a huge headstone. And behind that then we have one of those table top tombs. And we have a few more here. But the last thing I want to show you before we leave this graveyard, and I'm just going to show you the plaque here. It says, over the door at St. Peter's, and it says St. Peter's Church, Kiltegan, consecrated July the 23rd, 1806, D.E. Blake, minister. And I can't really make out, but it looks like, I think it's W.H. Hume, and he was a church warden, and there's a Westby as well, so that brings us back to the mausoleum and the name Hume again. So very interesting there, and we can see some nice designs going up along on the steeple of the church itself. So the last thing I want to show you before we leave here, and it's very interesting, is this. And you can see behind it we've stones and a grassy mound, like a little roof here. But just look at this door, and I'm presuming that is a coat of arms, and that to me looks like it's possibly Latin. Volanti at the back there, Necvolenti, NEC Volanti. So if anyone wants to help us out and tell us what that says, that would be great. But you can see there's a little place there for the key, the lock, I suppose. Lovely designs on it. And I'll just bring you around to this side then as well. So that would have went in underground, and the coffins then would have been placed there. So fairly unique in the sense that it is right at the side of the church. So if I can find any information on this, I'll certainly put it in, and if anyone wants to translate the words there on the door, that would be great. And we have 2 little benches here beside it as well.
Humewood Castle was built between 1867 and 1870 for William Wentworth Fitzwilliam Hume, an Anglo-Irish gent and MP for County Wicklow. The design was by William White, an English architect, but the project ran way over budget. The house remained in the Hume family's ownership until the death of the last descendant, Catherine Marie Madeline Hume Weygand, in 1992. It was then bought reputedly for £1 million by German-born businesswoman Renata Coleman. In recent years, the estate has occasionally been used for filming, including The Tudors, and hosted private parties. Visitors have allegedly included Pierce Brosnan, the Spice Girls, Jennifer Aniston, John Travolta, and Winona Ryder. American billionaire John Malone bought Humewood Castle in 2012 for €7.2 million.
So guys, that's all for today. Thanks for watching. Take care. God bless. And I'll talk to you soon.